Oh, sorry guys. Hey John. Carlos just got kicked out, but he'll be right back.
Oh, hey. Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. Well, Carlos should be
All
right back
right.
in
Good
here.
morning. Yeah, I got
Hey, there we
right
go.
when the sun came on, it was so hot that it kicked me off. I was like, what
Funny,
happened?
man.
Just kicked me right off. Got an alert saying you're disconnected. I'm like, I didn't touch anything. But guys, good morning. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully you guys had an incredible day yesterday. John, good morning to you. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be with you this morning.
I'm happy you're with us, man. Awesome. For those that don't know, John is also known as Rafsila over in our chat room. So he's covering for Peter this morning, who is I'm not sure if he's back from Colombia or still in Colombia, but he's doing some travels and will be back, I believe, next week sometime. So thanks for covering, man. Really appreciate it. Let's get right to it. Quick look at our gappers list this morning. We have a couple of things in the green. I see some tickers that we have seen it yesterday on this list. They're back on here again today, and then gapping down. We got a couple of tickers as well. So looking forward to see what's driving it this morning. Yesterday was probably the toughest day out of the entire week. We've been kind of spoiled. This whole entire week has been very, very clean. A lot of great moves, but yesterday, for me at least, was a little tough to find good opportunities. So we'll see what we get. It was, right? We'll see what we get out of it today. All right, let's head over to our U.S. economic calendar. Let's go over that, then we'll come back and look at the scappers list.
Sure. What do we got going today? Anything? I know we had quite a bit going on. In fact, the reaction to the import price index, is that a big deal? I do not know.
It's not CPI data, I'll tell you that much. But it unless it's a big shock, they don't really move the market. We don't really get much out of it. I mean, that's already out this morning. If you look at the SPY, hasn't moved, right? So it's not really a big deal unless it's a big shocker that takes place there. So, but yeah, that's all we have today. Is pretty quiet for a Friday going into this weekend. I mean, we haven't had the need for much news. The market overall, if you look at the SPY, has been moving very well, giving us some good opportunities. And then we have had stuff like Google. 2 days ago, gave us a great pop here. PLTR hitting all-time highs and dropping from there. NVIDIA also had a couple of great days. So there's been so many stocks in play that, by the way, NVIDIA, just looking at it now, first time this morning, that looks really good today. That's going to be the first one on my list here, man. I don't know what's going on there. We'll see, but that looks explosive. We had Tesla. Tesla's been amazing. Yesterday, not so much, but the last couple of days, all week, not the last couple of days, all week has been really good. And then HUD yesterday did okay, but again, I'm not really a big fan of the open on yesterday. But then later in the day, I haven't seen this yet, first time looking at it, later in the day had a really nice pop and a breakdown here. So if you're trading in mid hours of the day, you had a good opportunity here. But this is what I'm looking at in the morning, and this was just pure garbage, at least for me. But yeah, it's been a great week. We hope that today we can find some more good opportunities. So, all right, let me clean up this list from yesterday. So that was yesterday's action. And let's get into what we have today. AVGO this morning. We are high flying, man.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah, 3.4 million shares traded. Broadcom.
AI chips, dude. It's all over that. It's
go for it. What do we have going on today?
Well, let's see here. It says they soared on Friday's market open after a bullish forecast on AI chip sales. Maybe that's why NVIDIA is doing what it's doing, Also, Apple, I think, is going to benefit from all this because I don't know why Apple just keeps going up and up and up when all it really has is the same things it's always had. But there are, it's one of those stocks like Tesla that's got a certain aura to it, and people are just going to buy Tesla and they're going to buy Apple forever. It looks like, but Avgo is definitely the stock to watch today. Huge, huge increase in price. Look at that.
Yeah, so going back to AVGO here, guys, again, big pop for them. They normally don't trade very well as far as intraday trading, but after yesterday's action after hours, I think it's definitely worth taking a look at. So I'm going to be adding this one to my list. Again, I know I'm going to keep it in the back of my head. I know they're not a great intraday trading stock, but today's third day, the volume is there, 3.4 up 17%. Is definitely worth putting on our list this morning. Spread could be a little bit funky at time. Not too bad for a $211 stock, but be on the lookout for it. Sometimes it can jump pretty aggressively here. You don't want to be getting in on a dollar plus spread. So if you are going to do that, there's several ways to do it. Take a smaller size, right? If you still believe the move is going to happen in your direction and the spread is just not in your favor, just take a smaller size, right? Just kind of manage your risk accordingly. The other thing you could do also is, enter on a limit order. You might not get filled, right? That's the bad side of it, or at least the negative part of it. You might not get filled, but at least you're going to get the price that you want. So if there's a pullback, you can get in on. You'll get filled, and then your move can actually happen. So a couple of ways, if you strongly believe the move is going to happen, two ways that you can actually still join the move. So I'll be watching HVGO. Will be on my main list. Looks really good this morning. Next one on here, WHLR just came up on the list. Was not here before.
Oh.
This is the real estate stuff. This is crap.
Yeah.
This is garbage. I'm not going to be watching it.
Yeah.
John, anything on it?
Well, we had that yesterday, and what the hell's the ticker again?
LR.
Yeah, got it. Oh, didn't keyboard into it. Hold on. WHLR. Any news? Yeah. Announces the release of its third quarter financial and operating results. Let me see here. Hold on. Supplemental information was regarding its, its REIT, REIT. I don't know, man. This is doesn't look like we talked about this a little bit yesterday, and how some of these companies, they just want to be in the news somehow. They feel they need to be in front of people, so they'll post anything that is going on within the company, and just so it's something they can put in front of people. It's not particularly interesting news to me. And by the way, the news that I'm reading dates back to September and November, so nothing. Even I think it's MarketWatch that says that the top 3 real estate stocks that may explode in the fourth quarter. So when you get these kind of reports, people react to them, obviously.
Yeah, they sure do, man. Again, I don't like this. I think it's pure garbage. There's so many other better things to look at least for the way we day trade. So we're going to roll the truck on that one and get away as fast as possible. Let's take a look at this fun ticker. It's like a pirate ticker, GRRR. I don't recall seeing this. Oh, Gorilla Technology. You know what? I don't remember the ticker name, but I do remember the actual name of the company, Gorilla Technology. We have talked about this before. They're up 12.5 today, 511,000 shares traded. John, any news on these guys? This might be causing a little bit of action this morning.
Well, way back on the 9th of December, there was a report that the Gorilla company is thrilled to announce a groundbreaking partnership with EdgeCore Networks, a leader in open networking and AI infrastructure solutions. These companies, I think back to the 80s and 90s and how, it's all AI, dude. That's it.
Unreal, man. It's like AI everything. So I don't know about this news. I don't like the ticker. It doesn't trade very well. Look at yesterday's action. Again, pretty light. It didn't get a lot of volume either way yesterday. Again, today alone in the pre-market, we have almost half the volume that they had yesterday, at least a quarter looks like. It's just not worth it. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Let's move on down. Let's find some good stuff here. EVGO. Did we look at this one yet? We did not. So EVGO. Yeah, EVGO is on the list, up 11.3, 604,000 shares traded. I'm not a big fan of it. It is in play. They start moving last night after hours. Anything on this, John, that might be interesting?
Yeah, let's see. EVGO closes 1.25 billion guaranteed loan facility from the U.S. Department of Energy. Um, I think a lot of these companies really depend on the U.S. government to give them a jolt, and it looks like this is going to be one of them. So this is a charging, each EV charging company.
Yeah, no, I
That's
know
about
they
it.
are, and again, just they have not been trading all that well. So I see the volume here as after last night, 610,000. I mean, they normally don't get heavy volume anyways. They have traded well before in the past. You guys remember we had the EV mania when it was like going insane. Was it 2, 3 years ago? That
Right.
has completely dropped. So we haven't had like a lot of these go crazy. BRTR is probably the only one that is, has kept and maintained a lot of activity. But other than that, the other EV charging stations have not really been crazy. So I'm gonna leave it off my list. But now that I'm speaking about POTR, it's not on our list yet, but I do want to watch this one. I think it's going to be fun to watch for the next couple of days. Right now, it has 1.7 million shares traded. It is up 1.4. I don't think it's heavily in play, so maybe on a secondary for now. We might move this up depending how this list continues to build. But right now on the secondary list, I think it's worth keeping an eye on it. This thing can be explosive at any time, and it has given us so many really good opportunities. This is not the same PLTR you saw in September, October, November. After November, this has created like a whole new style of trading, which is kind of more conducive to the way I trade. So I like it. And a lot of you guys, I see a lot of you guys taking really good opportunities on this one. POTR on deck. Let's move down the gap up list. RGTI is another one that's been making some noise as well yesterday. Did have a beautiful pop up here and then a really nice sell off, and we did have shares for short on this. I did not trade it, but I know some traders do like to watch this one. Today, up 7.9, 5.6 million shares traded. John, anything new or just continuing off the news from a couple of days ago?
I think it's the latter. It's the as Mr. Hills mentioned a couple of days ago. Anything that's got quantum in the name is kind of a hot commodity right now. Quantum computing stocks are soaring as investors bet on the next big thing in tech. So this is Rigetti, the
Yeah,
Italian sounding company, right? Yeah. Now
yeah, that's what.
that's it.
Yeah, that's what's active right now. I mean, again, second or third or fourth day play here, looking at this daily, right? Over the last couple of days, been very active. I'm not going to be watching it myself on a main list, probably secondary. I mean, I had it on my list yesterday. I didn't really bother to look at it. I mean, I think I prefer to watch other things, but RGTI continues to be in play. The volume is there. It is up 8.4. A little bit some weakness over the last 2 days, but gapping up today. Hard to borrow on SSR, you name it. So all the flags are listed here, but we'll see. Let's see where it goes. All right, heading down this list, we'll do
Let me
two more on here, and then we'll. Yeah, go ahead, John.
Yeah, let me interrupt you. I'm sorry. I just want to mention that we've had these stocks on watch now for a couple of days, and excuse me, these are stocks that are, for those of you who like to take a risk, they're under $10, and I mean you can't even set a stop loss on these things. That they can move so fast, and you can lose a lot of money because we have a tendency to take a lot of shares of a $5 or $6 or $7 stock. And if it goes against us, we could be down. And I also want to make one comment because you were talking about how to be careful with your trading and take small share sizes and whatnot. One thing I've started doing recently is to use a a hotkey that sets my stop loss. And if you're thinking of getting into AVGO and taking, say, 50 shares, you might want to think about having a hard stop loss set rather than just doing it by hitting the key. It can be a little scary. So it can move a lot and you could lose a lot of money. So I wanted to kind of follow up what you had talked about with that.
Yeah, awesome, man. Absolutely. AVGO, speaking of that one, is still holding here up 17.6, 3.6 million shares traded. Down the list we go. MRVL today we are up 7.2, 607,000. I don't like the way the price action is on this ticker. And today might be a better day. The pre-market looks better than it did yesterday. Look at yesterday's action, and I get this more MRVL than I do actually good trading, right? So you could tell by their days, so they're very small type days. A couple of times they do something good like this one. Today could be one of those days, right? Because we're gapping up, so maybe the gap up days are going to be pretty explosive for them. But this is yesterday; it was pretty crappy. And today, again, pre-market actually looks much better this morning. So maybe that can be a good one to add. I'm going to throw it on a secondary list again, and mainly because I just don't like the way the intraday action is at times. John, what's the latest and greatest on MRVL this morning?
Well, I think about 10 minutes ago, they posted something about MAVL. I think it's like so many of the stocks. It's popular because it's driven by AI demand, and any of these companies that's working, and it seems to be the thing. It's been that way all year, but I think in the last month or so, it's as if everybody is dumping cash into the development of AI. Apple and Google and you name it, all the big players are exploring AI and investing billions of dollars in it. And I think that Marvell Technology is no different.
Yeah. I see that today could be one of their good days, man. I have it on here. Let's see how that looks in a couple of minutes. So far on the main list, only AVGO on my list so far in the main one. But again, we haven't talked about some other good ones like NVIDIA, which I did mention actually. We're going to add NVIDIA to my list. Looks very explosive this morning. 3.6 million shares traded, up 1.6. Hopefully looking to break out. Like right now it's stuck in this, has a very heavy resistance over at this is we'll call it 140.22, right? It's been struggling to get above that. You can see a lot of days using that as the high here. So if it can break out of that, we could have a really nice day today if it has the momentum. So NVIDIA will go on deck here. I'm going to add that to my list. I'm going to look at a fun one that we traded quite a bit in the past. MU is making the gap up list, up 2.7 this morning, 443,000 shares traded. I think it might be worth taking a look at today. Anything on MU? I know it's a lot of quantum stuff and chip stuff going on, and NVIDIA is also going up. John, anything specifically on MU or just overall sector movement?
This title is a little weird. Micron to report Q1 earnings. I will say Micron Technology, MU, is a very popular stock these days. A lot of people trading it and trading it well. So first quarter fiscal 2025 results after market close on December 18th. So in about 5 days, it's kind of a news that alerting people that what they might expect in the next week. And therefore that's going to have an impact on the stock even before we've gotten there. So it's projecting plus or minus 200 million, pegged at $8.7 billion, which is a strong year after growth of 84%. So, those numbers will have a profound impact on the market.
Yeah, they sure will. All right, guys, let's stop here on the gap up. As far as anything you like, John, that's gapping up that maybe it's not on this list, or any earnings you want to share, anything you have on your end?
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to watch NVIDIA again. I've been a little disappointed in NVIDIA. I traded it for quite a long time, but it's kind of been on a little bit of a slumber phase of, it's not really gone very far. A lot of people are trading it though, and it seems like they're perfectly happy to take a small scalp or to see it move a dollar or so. But it hasn't been the Nvidia of old. But I definitely will be watching that, and of course I'll be watching Tesla. I always have my eyes on Mara, although Mara too has been kind of disappointing because it's it's typically moving about an ATR of about $1.25, and I prefer. There are days when it does more, double, sometimes triple that, and it's more fun for me to trade when it's got a a bigger ATR. So those are my three main guys. I don't usually trade coin. I don't trade MU. Not that I'm unwilling to watch them, but those are the three stocks that I'm going to have my eye on. I am impressed with PLTR as well, Carlos. So that's a great
Yeah.
stock right now.
Yeah, PLTR is on fire, man. It's been really, really good. Yesterday, again, not so great compared to the other days we've seen out of it, but the volume still keeps coming in. Again, we're just kind of taking a break, right? We've had a really great run all of November into December. We're kind of going sideways a little bit, but I don't think the fun is over on this thing. So we got to keep an eye on it, even on a secondary, in case things get going again. So it will be on my secondary list. Depending how this thing shapes up, I might move this one into my main one. Tesla's another one that's been a lot of fun to watch. We got some decent volume again this morning, slightly up, getting maybe a little bit toppy. Maybe time for some kind of pullbacks here. Whatever it does, we're ready for it, man. This thing hitting all-time highs yesterday. I mean, it is just incredible what this stock and Elon have been able to do. So we'll be on my list, worth watching as usual. Let's get to the gap down list this morning. CADL is leading the way. We are down 33%. Candel Therapeutics. So a big drop for them. They had a huge gap up just 2 days ago. Went up to gapped up at 12.55, shut up to almost 14.50, slammed back down, moved up again yesterday, and then we're coming back down to reality again. So I don't know what the deal is with this one. It's been all over the place. John, anything worth discussing on CADL?
Yeah, we talked about it before. I think that they had, according to the website, surprising win puts potential drug approval in sight. So anytime you have a drug approval, that's going to have a profound impact on a company like this. But the most recent posting is 4 minutes ago. Candel Therapeutics unveils $80 million public offering. I don't know how that might affect the stock. Again, it's under $10 at the moment, so I don't know. I wouldn't play it.
Yeah, I mean it's down 33%, so it's not doing so hot at the moment. I don't know how well this is going to trade. It's going to be a tricky one. It is a lower price stock as well. The float on this one is also 20 million, so it's a very, very low price. Says you have shares for sure, but only $250, so that's not really gonna might not be there by the time the market opens. So I don't like it from that one. Let's look at, you kind of talked about Mara and coin a little bit. CLSK is one that's down today. It's down 4% with 13 million shares traded. Again, tons of volume. Not my favorite one to watch. We did watch it a couple of days ago because it was really in play. It was the only one that had the volume. But today, again, tons of volume, but not really my favorite. Look at the last couple of days though. Red, gapped up, sold off, gapped up, sold off. I mean, it's just gapping up and selling off. Are we gapping down today and selling higher? Like, what are we doing? This thing is wild, man. But again, out of all of these, Mara, coin and Mara are my favorites, and they're pretty quiet right now. It's a lot of sideways action over the last couple of days, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be having this on my list. But what is your take on CLSK? Do you like that one, or is that one you watch or no?
No, I have traded it. I must admit, but partly because it kind of fits into my low price stocks. But yesterday they announced that they're going to have a private offering of 550 million of convertible notes. So again, companies are offering more stock, and that seems to have an impact. Sometimes, usually negative, I've found, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's usually not positive. Down the list we go. BRK. What is this? RBRK rubric. This is garbage. So why is this here?
Yeah, RBRK.
Here. Yes.
All right, hold on a second.
Throw the truck on that. Yeah. All right, we'll move on. This is garbage. I'm not going to spend no time on that. Let's look at JD. JD this morning, not much going on. We're down 2%. I do have 1 million shares traded this morning. But again, JD does this a lot where it gaps up and down, and then it just goes sideways for most parts of the day, right? So yesterday morning, actually a little bit better. Rough morning, but then it did get a nice little pop here. But for the most part, they do this a lot. Where look at the day before, just a lot of back and forth, back and forth. And these are not big moves. Like if you look at this, this is a range of 40 cents. So they're not really great intraday trading ticker unless there's something going on with overall China and we could take advantage of the moves there. And usually a stimulus package or some kind of economic data. And then even when that happens, we have BABA and other ones, Billy, even PDD, that are trading much better than JD is. So I don't see anything good on it. Do you see anything on your end?
Well, the thing is, I think earlier this week, when weren't we talking about the Chinese government helping, giving some assistance to their, Chinese companies, and that seemed to have had an impact. I think it was early this week. It could have been late last week, but the current news through Benzinga is that Chinese stocks are giving up the gains in anticipation of more stimulus. How's that work? So that's why Alibaba. I often look at Alibaba. I don't trade a PDD or JD that often, but I'm more inclined to trade Alibaba, or as Peter says, Bubba. And so that's about it. I mean, I think it's somehow going to be affected. I think the Chinese market or the Chinese stocks are worth watching in the next week or so to see what might happen. But I have no clue as to what. But I have a feeling something's going to take place over there. What do you think?
Yeah. I'm not sure, man, but with these, if there's no like heavy volume at the start, I usually don't look at them. Can something happen? Maybe. But what tends to happen is that since there are a lot of Chinese tickers are overseas, you're not going to get anything that gets released now, right? These guys are sleeping at this moment and they probably started their weekend. So I don't think there's anything that's going to be, unless something here in the US as far as policies gets released. I think there's just dead in the water until Monday until we start up again. So I won't be spending time with them this morning. Can I be completely wrong? Absolutely, but I'd rather watch something else that already has the momentum, you know. So I'll put my chips there instead. All right, that covers our gap up and gap down. Before I move to the chat, John, and by the way, John, for those that are asking, John is covering for Peter. This is our other John. We got two Johns, aka Raf Silla. So it is his second time doing the pre-market show. So thank you, man. Welcome. And glad that you're helping us cover this morning for our good buddy, Peter. But before I get to the chat, John, what do you like this morning that maybe we haven't not looked at yet?
I think I've already mentioned them. I'm going to be watching Tesla, Mara, which is up slightly, and Nvidia. They'll be my three main stocks today, unless something comes up in the next 30 minutes. So that's it for me. Are you going to be watching? You're going to watch a coin today? I don't know why I think that. But
I don't know, man. I do like coin. It looks a little bit quiet. I mean, everyone's going to probably be watching some kind of crypto, Bitcoin type stuff. So they'll call it out if they see something. But right now, the volume is 123. It's only up 1.1. It's been kind of stuck over the last couple of days, right? Hasn't really been doing all that great compared to what we've seen out of coin. Like, look at these days, right? These are massive moves. Some of these are like a $30 moves, right? So even if you catch 15 of those, $10 of those, you're doing pretty good. Again, you're not taking a boatload of shares on coin because the spread you got to be very careful with. But you take 50 shares on this thing, you get $10. You're okay. You're okay. You don't got to load the boat. So, but you're not getting that. Over the last couple of days, been a little bit quieter, less volume. So I'm not sure if I'm going to watch it today based on that. All right, let's take a look at the chat over in our main chat here. I see Andrew saying Affirm is nice. Let's take a look at AFRM this morning. Oh, got a little pop going there. What I like about this too is look at the daily. Look at the daily for a possible breakout here. You have a lot of resistance and support. You got like the ping pong action going on here for the last couple of days. This could be interesting. Still needs more volume, but it's starting to get going here. John, anything on it this morning or just?
Yeah, Carlos. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank our member, Andrew Aziz, for pointing this out. It says that a firm strikes a $4 billion loan deal with a private credit firm by the name of 6th Street. And it has moved considerably pre-market. We'll See how that one goes. So, Sixth Street is committing capital upfront for a firm to underwrite short-term installment loans. I think a firm's going to branch out, as many of these companies do, and offer more services than they offered, say, a year ago, and that could help these kinds of companies grow. That's
Yeah.
my take.
I like it here. I like their setup. Again, we need to see more out of them. They're just starting to get the breakout. Let's see if that can continue. Almost 400,000 shares traded right now. I'm going to add it to my list, and we'll come back to it before the show ends. All right, heading over here. Affirm is good. Pepe PR is giving us TSM. So TSM. We got some movement here up 3.1, 300,000 shares traded. This is one of these foreign tickers that actually can trade very well. We have some good opportunities with all the semi stuff happening this morning. This could be one that can be in play. I'm going to add it to my secondary list. I do have NVIDIA instead. That's moving pretty nice this morning, up 1.8. But TSM could be another
Mhm.
good one. Also, MU, right? We've talked about MU also hitting the list this morning, up 2.7. So again, just overall semis slightly moving. They're not crushing it. It's not like they're hitting it out of the park here, but they are slightly moving higher this morning. NVIDIA is going to be my choice for now. Let's take a look at AMD. What's going on with our good buddy AMD? If anything, AMD's quiet, a little bit of volume, but again, we'll keep a
Yeah,
close eye on all semis today because there is something going on there for sure.
yeah. AMD's gone up about one, a little bit more than the buck. AMD has been kind of lame of late, and if you're seems to be in a very narrow range down around 130. But today it's almost up to 132, which for right now
Yeah.
for AMD is pretty good.
All right. Who is in here? Farhad. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Google is down at 4.4 of 0.5% almost. I like this one today. 345,000. Maybe a reality check coming back down here a little bit. So a little bit of weakness. We saw that yesterday after a massive move up from 185 all the way to 195. So again, $10 move for Google. That is big stuff. So I'm gonna add them on here. I think today will be interesting, especially if we do see some weakness on the markets. This can be a nice one back to 188, right? So we are sitting at all-time highs on Google, so maybe a bit of a pullback here could be in play for them this morning. So thank you for mentioning that one. I forgot how well that has been in play over the last couple of days. Microsoft, you need the market open to see where the volume is going to come in. It's usually pretty quiet, pre-market, and we're seeing that right now. Pretty much flat at the moment, a little bit of weakness, but look at the daily. It's a beautiful daily. I mean, beautiful rejection here. It's going to depend a lot on the overall market, right? If we continue to probably see a little bit of sell-off, we might get some opportunities there. But right now, pretty quiet as far as the pre-market action. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm going to keep it to the side off the starting lineup for now, at least. Let's over to our YouTube chat, guys. Over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. It does help us out a ton. We're sitting here. How many likes we have today? I'm just gonna refresh. 88 likes. We're almost 500 people watching. Thank you guys for joining. Really appreciate you being here. We know you have options, and the fact that you're hanging out with us makes it very special to us. So thank you. Hit that thumbs up, and we really appreciate it. Our SMCI, one of our good buddy tickers, that's always it's been in play the last couple of days, though. I don't know what's going on. It's been letting us down here. I mean, it's been look at this nastiness yesterday. What is this?
Yeah,
This
man.
is garbage like material. This is not good, John. What's going on?
I don't like that. I traded SMCI last week. I may have traded it on Monday or Tuesday, even I can't remember. But it's oh boy, that's looking pretty bad right now.
It's nasty.
I guess after
Yeah.
it was struggling and it came down as far as it did, it now is, and it came back up momentarily, and now it's just going sideways.
Yeah, last 3 days we haven't been getting those great moves we're seeing out of it. Not saying it's completely garbage and done yet, but yesterday was definitely garbage. Today, let's see. Is it worth maybe a secondary? I think there's still some moves out of this thing. We got a little bit of volume. We're down 1.1. Let's see where it goes today, but it's going to be on my secondary list for sure. Andrew says he likes Affirm. Affirm is on the main list for sure, so we like that one too. Let's see how it looks at the market open today. What else, friends? Over on YouTube, ARM. AR ARM, yeah, semis are up. So I know ARM, with the deal with Nvidia, or Nvidia's taking some stake in ARM. They might also move up today. Their volume is extremely light though, so you got to wait for the market to open, see if they actually get the volume. Last 2 days they had a nice move up here, actually pretty clean yesterday, and the day before that also very clean. So maybe there's something there. But yeah, that's another one you can look at. I'm gonna look at Nvidia. I'm gonna look at maybe TSM. I think those are going to be slightly better with volume for sure. It's going to be, ARM, something you have to wait for the market open and see how that plays out. Last but not least, let's take a look at one more. Then we head over to our community events and announcements. Sound down up 2.1, 2.5 million shares traded. It's not the easiest stock to trade. So I usually kind of stay away from it. They've been in play over the last couple of days. Had a really great day 2 weeks ago here, but since then, kind of been a little bit sideways. Still some decent volume, but not as great. So I'm on the fence on it. Secondary for now. Secondary will decide if we want to move this up or not. All right, let's stop here. John, take our beautiful members and YouTube viewers through what's happening for next week. So let's cover the lineup for next week and what's going on in our community.
Well, Mondays are exciting because we have our Brendan does his. Let's see if I can get this a little bigger. Oh, there we go. Thanks. Yeah. Brendan comes on at noon on Mondays to help everyone with the setup or any questions regarding DOS Trader Pro. Many of us use DOS Trader Pro, so that's always helpful. And then, of course, Carlos every Monday night does his onboarding class to help everyone get up to speed and what they need to do as they are new members to Variable Traders. And then what happens on Tuesday? We got a webinar, don't we? I think we have a webinar on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. And let's see, that would be Lenny. Wow, it's been a while since Lenny's done a webinar, and he's back from Colombia. So that will be at 8 o'clock Eastern time. How to read the pullback and trade the ABCD pattern. If you know Lenny's style of trading, he's an ORB like Carlos and Pierre. That 3, 5, 15-minute ORB trade. He likes to wait to see something set up for him. And then, what? We got a strategy webinar coming. Oh, that's next Tuesday, right? Yeah. From the infamous Andrew Aziz, who will do anything in the world. I don't know, eat worms, you name it. This guy will do it. I don't know. He's crazy, man. But he's going to be on the mic on Christmas Eve, and I will be there. I don't know whether we're going to record it or not. I guess so. I will record it, but I look forward to seeing the World Traveler. Then what do we have on Wednesday? Our psychology webinars are always on Wednesday, and we're going to have Dr. Vanessa Charland, Trading Beyond Fear, Mastering the Psychology of Risk and Resilience. And believe me, so much about trading is about psychology, not as much as you might think about strategy. And then our own Michael Bear, Mike, who is now in the Dominican Republic, poor guy, going to be there till January, but he on Christmas really going to just he's going to come on the mic at 8 o'clock.
I think he's just wishing happy holidays for that day.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I don't think there's going to be.
Yeah, I don't think he's happening there.
Yeah, really. Yeah. I'll be here though.
Let's go to Thursday. Oh, good. Yeah, Thursday, I don't know. All right.
All right. Well, that's our mentoring day. We have a lot going on. We have Dr. John Hiltz, and he's not really a doctor, but we call him that. Dr. John Hiltz every Thursday at 11 o'clock in the morning. You can go into the webinar room and join him, and he will counsel you on trading and things of that nature. And then we also have Jared, and I assume Megan will have gotten home and recovered from her incredibly interesting trip. We'll hear more about that from them, I'm sure. That's options. And then we have Lenny, and he comes on at 4 o'clock on Thursdays, and in the webinar room as well. If you'd like to join Lenny, he's a fantastic trader, by the way. And then, of course, our legendary Thor Young every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. He'll be there to help you. And that is his hour to respond to any questions you might have. All right, now here's the pricing. We have the intro, which is the 1 week. We have the basic, which is a $99 a month and a $199 a month. By the way, this is the way I got into Bearable Traders. I did the $39, 1 week, and I said, okay, I'm going to sign up for a month for 99 bucks. I did that. Then I went right to the Elite Annual. I knew I wanted to be involved and I wanted to learn, and this is the community to do it. The best deal is the 1 year of full access, the Elite Annual membership. So, we have any deals going on there, or is that a Black Friday? Is that still going on?
This is Trading Terminal.
Oh yeah, we do have Trading Terminal, and that is what I use to. I just type in the ticker, and then I can get all the information. Some of it's a day or two old, but some of it's like 30 minutes old. And then this is our list of, it disappeared, but we also have the list of companies that are a firm is having earnings, and that could be a reason it's moving as it is. So we have, I highly recommend Trading Terminal. Get to know it. It's free. And it's in its beta form. If you encounter any problems with it or any questions about it, of course, notify us. Let us know if you're having a problem with it. But it's a wonderful source of information collected from all over the internet and with regard to the stock market. So that's pretty much it for what else do we have? Arlito.
That's it. No, that's good. That's good. Excellent, man. Good. You know what we have? We have AVGO taking off here, man. This thing is creating a new pre-market high, up almost 20% now, 6.4 million shares traded. Please wait for us. Don't get too extended here.
Oh my
We want to join the party. So yeah, AVGO on fire right now, guys. That looks really nice. It's the first one on my list. It is awesome. Nvidia is next. We have Tesla also dropping down. Tesla, man, getting a little bit of some weakness there from the pre-market highs at least. So I like that. A firm losing some momentum, but let's see. And then we have Google also showing some weakness. All right, is the SPY dropping a little bit? It is. So maybe it could be dropping some of these tickers down. But AVGO doesn't care. It is on a mission here, up $2 above the pre-market high. Wow. This is awesome. All right. Let's do some levels, friends. Let's go AVGO. We'll start there. High of the pre-market right now is over at 216.59. Again, this has news today, and that news obviously treating them very, very well. Low of the pre-market is going to be hanging at 204.27, and then we're going to go to the left. Are we hitting all-time highs? Everything is all-time highs, and why not this one too? Yeah, all-time highs for sure. There we go. All-time highs. There's nothing above that pre-market high this morning. And the next level you have on the daily is down at 185. Like we just really took off here. Yeah, 185 was the area we're kind of having a little tough time to get above. You see that here back into June, October, again in November, again in December, but this time we are ripping through that, and just look at that beautiful gap up. So that's all the levels we really have. There's nothing else on there. We can look into our pre-market session, and we can see that it's clearly resisting that 213 that we just broke out of. So we'll mark that. Clearly there's some support around 211.01, so we can mark that as well. At least we have something to kind of help us here. From the last night after hours last night, we do have another level at 208. So let's mark those and be ready for whatever the stock is going to bring us in case we do see a pullback. Those are areas where it can find some support. On the other hand, one with plenty of levels surrounding it, it is Nvidia. I'll mark the high of the pre-market at 139.98. So we'll mark that there. And then towards the bottom, we do have 138.01. So once you do that, you're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. Had a nice run this morning, up almost 2%, giving some back right now, but still has 4.7 million shares traded right now. So it's looking really, really good. All right, next on here we do have is going to be Tesla. So Tesla right now stuck between the highs and lows of the last two trading days. So that's looking hold on a second, guys. I'm getting a test from my wife. Let me make sure everything is okay. Okay. Making sure the kids are good. She doesn't text me at this time, so something happens. I want to make sure. All right. So Tesla here, guys. So let's mark down the high of the pre-market at the moment. It's going to be 423.91. So we'll mark that there. And then towards the bottom, we are going to mark down the low, okay, which is 419.80. So 419.80 looking pretty good. Once you do that, surrounded by the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days, you don't need to do anything else. A firm here. Let's see what happens with the firm. It started looking good, and then now I don't know what's happening. So losing a little bit of momentum. Not saying it's done here. 73.89 is the high of the pre-market, the low of the pre-market, down between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. But the bigger thing I like about the daily, I do like this daily, is the area of resistance and support we have here. We broke out of that for a minute. We're back into just kind of hanging slightly around that resistance area. Let's see if that can continue on a firm. They have news today. So they have everything possible to get going and have a great day. I like Google a lot today, guys. I mean, this thing moved up $10 2 days ago. That's a big move for them. We might see some kind of pullback here as we rip through that all-time highs. Love the pre-market right now, 190.58. So we'll slam one there. The high of the pre-market is going to be over at 192.80. And then towards the bottom, I don't think we have anything up here, do we? Oh, yeah, we do. July-June timeframe. We zoom in here. We do have 189.21, and we also have a 187.65. So perfect. Great levels on Google. We got some decent volume in that as well. And again, we might see some profit taking out of Google after pushing through all-time highs like that. Yeah, John?
I just wanted to mention that Turkey is fining Google $75 million for violating competition law. That just came up this morning. 75 million is like pocket change. I mean,
75 million. You remember the movie? Yes. Remember what's the movie with the guy? $1,000. Remember that guy? What's the movie with the guy? He gets a little finger. It's a funny movie.
Oh yeah.
Austin Powers.
Evil when he's Austin Powers.
That's what that sounds like. Come on, Turkey. Come on. How much? 75 million?
$1 million.
They're gonna send that in cash by mail.
Yeah.
Like seriously? That's not gonna do anything.
Do you want that check, cash, or credit card?
They're gonna send it by cash, by mail, and they're not even secure. They're gonna send it like a United States Postal through a boat. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous.
You know what's interesting? One of my best friends, Carlos, is actually going to Turkey for 10 days at the end of this month. So he's going to Istanbul for 5 and blah blah. So maybe he can just bring the check with him and satisfy that for good.
Yeah. I like Paul's response here in chat. They're gonna send a truck full of quarters. Exactly. It's pocket change. I mean, 75 million. That should not even be a headline. Whoever wrote that headline should be like, I'm not writing this. Don't even write that as a headline. You're wasting ink and paper or whatever you're doing over there. All right, let's friends, that's what we have. AVGO, Nvidia, Tesla, Affirm, Google. These are looking good. It's not a blockbuster list like we've been having all week, but I think there's still some really good opportunities. Be on the lookout for PLTR. It's been horrible the last few days, but hopefully that can change. I have TSM. The semis are very active this morning. Look at TSM, look at MU, look at AMD, look at Nvidia. They're active this morning, so I'm going to be paying attention to that. And SMCI is just on my secondary list. We'll see if we can get going here. I see Andrew's logging on. Let's head over to him. Andrews, you're in Colombia still, or you're mid in transition?
No.
Where's Andrew?
Costa Rica,
Andrew
maybe?
In Colombia.
Still? No, he's in Costa Rica.
Oh, okay. Awesome. No, he's going to be logging on through vMix, so we'll see him in just a second. John, take everybody through our list of our members, and then we'll hand it off to Andrew and Brian trading live this morning. Friends over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it, and it does helps out this show a ton to keep us on YouTube for free for the pre-market and also the market open as Andrew's trading live. So thank you for that. Really appreciate it. All right, John, take us through what our team is watching today.
Thank you, Carlos. Eamon, it's pretty late there in Russia. He has got a potential long UNH, which is risky. Obviously, there's a lot going on with United Healthcare, as many of you know. Andrew, 52-week high earning Affirm, Tesla, Nvidia. Mike has got Apple and Tesla on his list. Phil, AVGO, Nvidia, Affirm, and Apple. Brian, AVGO, AMD, Nvidia, and Tesla. I like those. I don't think I would trade AMD, but the other three look really spicy. What else do we have here? We have more?
Nope, that's it.
That's it today. Oh, well. I didn't add mine.
Awesome. All right,
Okay.
friends, we'll wait for Andrew to hop on in and we'll switch over to him. John, thanks for covering, man, for these last 2 days. Really appreciate it. I know this is not it's not as easy, but it gets better. The more you do it, the easier it gets and the better the flow is. So thank you, man. Appreciate it. You stepping in
Thank you
and
so much,
helping to cover.
Carlos, for your patience and for helping me get through
Oh,
this. And
goodness.
as I said, I'll get better. I'd like to get to a point where we have a legitimate backup for Mr. Donnelly and Mr. Hiltz. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right.
Adios.
We should have Andrew joining in momentarily here. In the meantime, let's take a look here at what we have. AVGO pulling back a little bit. I see Brian is on. Good morning, Brian. So you got your cup of coffee or tea. What is your choice today?
It's always lemon and honey. It's too early in the morning for coffee.
Oh,
So there you go.
yes,
It's
it's
got to be
early.
healthy, I think. Can't hurt.
Yeah.
Mute.
Helps the throat to get going, so that's good. All right,
Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
Andrew's on in the chat, but I'm not sure if he's on through vMix. Andrew, can you hear us? Okay, I see him
Talking
chatting.
can't hear you. See, here we go.
Yeah, we can't hear him through vMix yet.
Got the bunny mug.
Very
I know
nice.
Brent likes that.
Very nice.
I know Brent. I think Brent really wants one of these.
I do.
But
For Christmas, please.
yeah,
Get me the set.
yeah. There was 6 of them. I think one of my son's friends stole 2 of them. Anyway. All right. Well, Friday. We'll see what happens here. See, we got SPY. SPY is sort of selling off a bit. Qs are selling off, but they're still green.
Let's get Andrew his list here. I think we got to get the link to Andrew, Brent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, stand by.
Okay. Excellent. All right, Brian, I'll let you to it, man. Have a great trading day, and we'll be in chat.
Okay. Yeah, we can see Andrew, just can't hear him. So it's just, I don't know. When I open Bookmap now, it opens for some reason it opens two pages of Bookmap. I don't know why that is, but this is what we're looking at with Tesla right now. And let's see what else. Nvidia came down, sort of picked up these shares here, 139, got a big volume drop, and then came right back up. PLTR, I'm not really watching. I think it's been tough to trade. You can kind of see the scattered volume, pockets of volume. Probably going to take that off because my computer gets cranky if I watch too many of these. I guess it uses a lot of, I think it uses a lot of RAM or something. And I did actually increase the RAM. So let's see what AMD looks like, because AMD was a great trader yesterday. I had a nice move on it yesterday. So going back to the well on AMD again. All right. Well, I can see Andrew, but I can't hear him. So
yeah, Brian, can you do me a favor? We might have to do this because Andrew is trying to connect to vMix.
Okay.
But maybe where he's at, there's a VPN blocking him or something. So if you can join the BBT chat room, I'll get both
Okay.
of your audio from there and I'll stream it out to
Okay.
YouTube. So chat
Okay.
room, I'm going to
Perfect.
stop sharing the audio and I'm going to get the audio in the chat room.
Okay. And then you're going to stream it out to them anyway.
Yeah, so Brian, go into the chat room. Andrew,
Yeah. Okay.
do your audio in the chat room, and then I'll stream it out to
Sure.
YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Stand by. Almost there.
Yeah.
ABG is really interesting. Is that the all-time high on ABG? Yes. Oops.
AMD dropped a lot. Tesla. This is Tesla dropping. Damn. Got moving before we were able to jump in there, unfortunately. SPY is still green. Qs are still up like almost 3/4 of a point. Nvidia still up, but selling a bit. Chinese stocks all down.
Apple is flat.
Yeah.
Q's at all-time high in the pre-market. Tesla is 420. NVIDIA.
Tesla looks really weak. Same with Nvidia. Let's take a look at Nvidia again.
I really like
Nvidia.
Firm and AVGO.
Yeah, Firm had news. 6th Street and them are getting together to do loans. So I guess it gives them some another business. Puts them in a position to generate more income. Maybe, I don't know if they make money at all.
All right, so market is open,
Here we
guys.
go.
Ding, ding,
Market
ding,
is
ding.
open. Ding, ding. Ah, shit.
Let's
So
see what
we're,
AVGO is doing. NVIDIA is really heavy volume on it. Let's see what if AVGO wants to break up the opening range breakout on NVGO. Looks like it wants to pop. NVIDIA is coming up to potential NVIDIA long if it closes above the VWAP. What time is it? 39, 20 seconds for a 1 minute range breakout. AVGO. Yeah, super crazy volume on NVIDIA now. AVGO looks like it's not. Alright, so that's the minute number 1. And let's see what the AVGO is doing. NVIDIA.
okay.
Jared went short AVGO, huh? 214. Interesting. Yeah, these stocks that are gapping up, they could potentially be a good short, but it's a little bit tricky. Be careful when you're shorting them. So
Yeah.
now if AVGO comes up, I might get long in there
Wow.
for
A
1 minute
Firm.
range breakup.
Firm really
I'm getting a
popped.
long on AVGO at 214.59. Let's see. Um, I'm getting a long on it.
Oh,
214.54.
Jesus. AMD. Oh my God, the humanity. I missed that short, unfortunately.
Okay, so I'm long a VGO at 214.54. I want to see if you can hold above the VWAP, and we can go for the break of 216 potentially. NVDA is kind of crazy.
Okay, I'm short AMD on that little pop. Diddly. Trying to get down to 128.
Let's see if AVGO breaks 216. It's R3 right now, sitting at R3. It's all-time high, so. Again, let's see if you can get break of 216.
Really choppy.
I'm long, guys, at VGO. It's not a great entry, but.
Come on down. Come on. Okay, there you go. Covered some at 127.99.
All right, so let's see if AVGO survives above the VWAP or not. VDA lost it. What about the firm? What's that firm doing?
Covered some more at 128.11. I'm not sure if that was such a huge drop. I don't think it might not have much more downside in it.
What are you trading, Brian?
Yeah, AMD. I just shorted it on that pop. I missed that huge drop.
All right,
Anyway.
the firms. Let's see if AVGO is popping to 216. I think it's consolidating here like an ABCD pattern. Let's see, 216. Here we go. Give me a little bit more. 217. Oh, there you go. So now I'm starting partialing, guys, at 217, 217.50.
Short NVIDIA now.
Guys, now nice. Let's see if you can survive this. AVGO. What was the Broadcom AVGO?
Yeah, Broadcom. They had earnings last night.
Last night, oh yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit more on it here. See if we can get one more pop on it. 217. My new average is 215.18. So we'll see.
Just covering some NVIDIA at 138.20.
Brian's short NVIDIA, huh? What's Tesla doing?
Tesla's not doing much of anything. It's kind of choppy right now. Oh, here we go. Yeah, covering some more. 138.13.
Short NVIDIA.
It came down, touched S3. We bounced off it. Right at, yeah, that just right at 138 is S3, just underneath.
All right, so AVGO is dropping below my entry point, so I need to get a stop out on it. Not yet, but yeah, I'm getting out of AVGO, guys. I'm all out of AVGO, though. Got out of it. It might come back up. I had a good profit on it.
Feels like it could be a tough trader.
It looks like it wants to go back up, but we'll see.
Here we go. Here we go. Another leg on NVIDIA. Come on down. See if we get past. Could be a double bottom. It also could be another leg here. Trying to hold it here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
So I'm flat, guys. I have no trade, no position.
It's getting out of the rest of this. Yeah, NVIDIA might bounce here. It's probably going to bounce higher. Just got out before it got to my break even on the rest of that trade. Yeah, looks like it's bouncing.
Tesla doing?
AMD's bouncing. Tesla.
Is that Broadcom? Is a what is that company? Is it a semiconductor?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, AVGO looks like it wants to go for another break of high of the day. I got to stop out on it, but it looks like it wants to go now.
It's tough trader.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to go now. Yeah, I'm not gonna chase it in there, but it looks like it's, yeah, it looks like it's, NVIDIA is popping up. Let's see what if NVIDIA can get the rebound. That would be nice too. No trades for me except this AVGO, which was nice from 214 to 217. I think AVGO has another break of high today, and it looks like it's, yeah, must be some big assets.
Tesla's right at, I think that's PDC. Looks like it wants to go lower. There we go. Oh, beauty.
All right, here we go. AVGO is gonna go for the break of high today. Shit, I'm not in there, unfortunately.
Okay, just did a short on Tesla with options using the 417 puts. Ooh, here we go. This is what I like to see.
Tesla?
Yeah.
Were you trading Tesla?
Yeah, puts. I got I'm long some puts. It's basically the way to short the stock.
So you're essentially shorting Tesla with
Yeah.
puts. Yeah, this is a
Right.
great day for Tesla short because it's like 0 DT. So Friday.
Yeah. Okay, so I just sold some 445.
Yeah, NVIDIA rejected the VWAP.
Here we go. We're going higher. Come on, baby. Getting down to S3 right now, so kind of looking for a bit of a bounce here. We may dip into this 416 pool of liquidity.
Oh, Apple was a nice long. I think Mike took that trade.
It's going to cover some more here. Yeah, here we go. There's the bounce. It's exactly what I expected on Tesla.
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft is nice.
Microsoft, yeah, I went green on the day. Still a big order on Tesla at 415. This bounce, there isn't much liquidity above here, so I'm still kind of bearish on Tesla. So
So AVGO, I'm looking at like I took one trade on AVGO, so no more. Tesla, NVIDIA is gonna go red. See, it's like it. Yeah, AVGO is very difficult to trade. NVIDIA is gonna go red.
yeah,
Tesla, obviously, as you said, very nice drop. Yeah, AVGO is super weird. So Excel's popped up 7%. Nice. Firm didn't do anything.
now firm really ugly trader today. So I sold some more there at 470 on the puts. Still looking there for another move lower, 415 into this area that has a lot of liquidity. I'm bouncing here now. This S3 level is kind of holding on Tesla. Now it's getting back to my break even right now, 375. It's my break even. On the rest of it, I don't have a lot of puts left, so okay, there's the high that was established on that little bounce. So if it moves above that, I'm out of it.
I get another long on AVGO at 216.50. Got a partial fill, but let's see if we can get there. I might add for the break of high of the day. Got another long on AVGO, guys.
Okay, I'm out of all the rest of my calls there. I lost a bit, or puts, I should say. I lost a tiny bit on those, but I made a lot of money on the drop, that nice drop.
So AVGO is going to go for the break of high of the day again. I see this consolidation. Got a partial fill on that. Let's see if we can break off 218 for the break of high of the day. 217.81 is the high of the day. Looks like it's holding above the rebound. There you go, 218.
SPY and the Qs are breaking out here, baby. Look at it. Everything's gone. A lot of stuff has gone green. Microsoft's in the green. Amazon, Apple. Tesla's back. Tesla's coming back up.
Tesla's back up, huh?
Yep. Glad I got out of the rest of that. Those puts.
It's bouncing back. I'm long guys at AVGO at the average is
Nice.
273.
Yeah, AVGO, baby.
So it really held nicely above the VWAP like an ABCD pattern on 1 minute chart. So I thought that, take another stab at it. Let's see if we can break off high of today one more time. NVIDIA is coming back.
Yeah, AVGO looks really good.
To 1841, partial out more LEV.
Just taking a look at some of the calls on AVGO.
Tesla is running up too.
Yeah,
Tesla,
I know. I should have flipped.
I'm long Tesla 420, 50, 50. Tesla looks like an engulfing crack. But I want
Should have
Tesla
flipped.
too, guys.
Honestly, I should have flipped my position when it double bottomed there.
Yeah.
I don't know. AVGO looks pretty interesting right now.
Yeah, it's a very nice 270, 218. Let's see if we might get to 220. Like I'm long Tesla, guys, at 420. Almost 420. See if you can get to 422. Yeah, Tesla is a nice engulfing. It's a very nice engulfing. So now the shorts on Tesla have to cover. So yeah, this is a very nice SPY rally. Qs are making all-time high. Yeah, AVGO for 220 on AVGO. See if Tesla continue the rally. Wow, nice. Very nice. Yeah, I think AVGO is going to get to 220. I should have added more and break of high today. See what Tesla is doing. Wow, AVGO getting out more at 250, 53.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm gonna get out of my Tesla position. I'm all out of Tesla position, even though I think it's gonna go up, but I just, I got, fuck shit. Come on. Damn.
Yeah, you should have stuck with it. There's
I know.
a big order there at there's a big orders. There's some large orders at 423, 424,
I got chickened out on it,
425.
but that's okay. I had a very nice trade on AVGO. Oh man, look at Tesla. I wish I was seeing Tesla. If you look at my chart, I can actually see bring the epic pen. Yeah, I kind of chickened out on Tesla. The reason that I kind of sided a little bit late. Maybe where's my epic pen? Yeah, here. So if you see my chart, I'm actually marking it. If I were seeing this here through this squeeze, if my entry was here, it would have been much nicer. My entry was a little bit bad, so that's why I chickened out on it. But I had a really nice trade on an AVGO, so it's like a $20,000 trade or something. So yeah, AVGO is going up very nicely. It's excellent, guys. Beautiful. Oh, AVGO is popping up higher, guys. Nice. Here's my P&L, guys. You can see my account right now. So I have $14,000 in VGO, 700 shares left, and yeah, this is what you can see on my screen. So it was a very nice trade on VGO Broadcom. I think we traded that before in the past. So
Yeah, I don't recall trading. It's not a usual trader. It's
nice.
just watching Tesla here. See if we've got see if we're doing a little consolidation. Maybe going to push higher, 425.
Bitcoin is 101, MSTR. A nice short on Nvidia, the open. It was interesting. Tesla, yeah,
Yeah.
Tesla looks like it wants to go for the break of 424. Yeah, Tesla turned out to be a good trade. I just chickened out on it. Anyone in YouTube, guys?
Beauty. I got long some Tesla just to be part of
History.
history. Yes. Mm.
52-week high on Tesla is 428, 429. Man. This is absolutely interesting.
Just to say I played both sides of this today.
Or double-sided.
So yeah, double-sided tape.
Double-sided.
This is such a this
5
Tesla is such a great trader. I mean, such a sort of it's to me it's fairly predictable. I can see where it's going.
It's amazing, guys.
Look at
Yeah,
this. Here we
Tesla's
go.
gonna keep going higher though.
Yeah. Here we go,
Oh my
baby.
God.
Oh yeah.
Did
I'm
anyone
playing
stay
this.
in Tesla? Did anyone took the Tesla? I'm having serious FOMO on Tesla. Anyone? Unbelievable. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't stay in there.
Jen got it. Ari, Janine.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
nice.
a bunch of
Well, the reason that
our traders
we
in
had
here. Too many to mention.
we had a meetup yesterday in San Jose in Costa Rica, and one of our traders said that, can you tell us exactly what you see when you enter the trade? I want to actually focus on that. So on Tesla, when I jumped in there, so I looked at the 5-minute pattern, and the 5-minute turned out to be an engulfing. This is one of my favorite patterns, the bullish engulfing. So really heavy volume came up, and you know, this candlestick is very important on 1-minute chart. If you see my screen, this is a squeeze with heavy volume through the VWAP. But the problem was, I wish I was having an entry around here at 419.15. My entry was a little bit. Give me a second, guys. Hello? Not yeah, no, no, no.
It's I think it's room service checking to see if he's streaming porn.
No, they said, do you have laundry? And I said, no. All right, no laundry.
Again.
Yeah, so that's what I was seeing. No, focus. That's what I was going to say, that if my entry was here, I would have, you know, the risk to reward would have been much better. I got out of it. For AVGO, what I saw here was,
Yeah.
again, a 1-minute engulfing. So
I'm
went
out of
long and
Tesla,
I got
by the
stopped
way.
out. And then as soon as I saw the, you know, this consolidation, I jumped in there back long again. So again, why we get entry into that is also very important. So I try to focus on this a little bit. It's a little bit hard when I'm actually trading at the open to also say what I'm seeing, but I try to tell exactly what I saw. Any question on this? So Morpheus, you can come and see my screen in the chat room. I'm sharing live screen in the chat room if you want to see my screen with the entries and exits and everything.
There's some, yeah, it comes with experience. I mean, that's why we ask, you know, we expect or hope that traders will use our trading simulator that's available for free in Trading Terminal. get an opportunity to just to practice without putting your money at risk.
Por favor. Hey, video was super nice. Tesla is gonna go up higher. Brian, should we sell some naked calls?
Not quite yet.
Let's see what Tesla calls
You know, it's always a balance between the timing on this, because you don't want to get in too early. We really haven't established a pattern, any trends yet. It's still pretty choppy first half hour. But as the day obviously goes on, the implied volatility comes out of it, comes out of the options. Those typically expire into the day.
NVIDIA can be potentially a long. Looks like NVIDIA is potentially a long. Should we take
It's
it?
coming to it's careful because it's right at the VWAP now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a small share size on NVIDIA. Although hasn't closed above the VWAP, but you just get a small, see if you can pop a close above the VWAP. So same thing that happened with Tesla, see if you can pick NVIDIA, but you know, it hasn't really closed above the VWAP, so it's really struggling. I'm taking just one small share size. Let's see if you can pop up. If it goes up, closes above the VWAP, then we might test 139 potential. AVGO is struggling at 221. Sam, for a small share size really, you know, depends on your account size. It's something that you feel comfortable. You can always add more to your position. Like for example, Paris has 3 different tiers, like, you know, based on 3 different level of confidence that he has in the trade. So he goes between, you know, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. This is like probably the lowest tier that I can go. Really, I mean, the number of the shares that I do really is irrelevant to you, because, you know, if I tell you I took 5,000 shares of NVIDIA, you must say, wow, it's a lot, or it's little, but, you know, my account size is different from you. My risk tolerance is different from you. Plus, I have something about $20,000 profit on AVGO, which is a cushion for me. So it's really, you have to define this, very important, you have to really, really define this level of confidence for yourself and your account size.
It's a very personal thing.
All right, let's see if NVIDIA can survive the revamp, although very sub-path trade. Here on NVIDIA, AVGO still struggling at the all-time high.
It looks like Tesla's going to go now 420, 425.
Wow, Tesla, man, what a trade on Tesla I missed. 425. Jeez. Yeah, what a trade I missed on Tesla.
And that was an
missed.
interesting rejection.
Yeah, Paris did a nice short on NVIDIA, same as you, Brian. Very nice trade, Paris. Yeah, it looks like NVIDIA is struggling really in going up. Is it because China has also picked up on NVIDIA with all these hope
I
that
don't
the
know.
Chinese doing
No
them?
idea.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a fun time for NVIDIA.
Yeah, NVIDIA's really been, it's been kind of consolidating sideways for quite some time now. It's sort of chopping. Trying to, people maybe feel like it's all the good news has kind of been baked into it. Maybe, I don't know. Or at least it's fully valued anyway, for the time being.
And still nothing. All right, let's see. Most likely NVIDIA, I'm going to get out of it. Again, that was not, it never really closed above the revamp. So in that sense, AVGO, I'm going to get out a little more on AVGO. Really struggling up here. Mr. NVDA, what do you plan to do? Mr. NVDA wants to pop back up or not? Come on, NVDA. Do you want to go above the VWAP or you don't want to go above the VWAP? Make a decision. We don't have all day. All right, I'm getting out of NVDA at break-even point. You know, the universe is giving me a chance to get out of this mess. Break-even. So I'm all out of it. It was a subpar trade. I really shouldn't have traded that. So I'm getting out of NVDA, guys. The universe gave me a chance to see if I can get out of it or not. I did. Even though it might go up now, but oh yeah, it's going up now. Oh no.
Took a bit of a long on Tesla again. Using options.
Super nice, guys. This is super nice.
There we go. It's coming back up. There we go. All right. Here we go.
Tesla, are you kidding?
Just I'm long the 420 calls. Just sold some through 6.
This Tesla was super nice. I made a little bit of money on Tesla, not a lot. NVDA looks like it wants to go to 139. Let's do the chicken nut. I made $1.82 on NVDA. Anybody coffee? Starbucks.
I don't think you can get a coffee in Costa Rica for that.
$1.82 before commission. What about you, Joe? $23? Do you want?
Oh, that's an Olive Garden trade.
Very store. We haven't seen Tor today, actually.
Okay, here we go. Let's get to that 425 level on Tesla. Let's see, babe. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Just getting $7 on these 420 calls. Nice. Just sold some $7. Yeah.
Wow, beautiful trade on NVIDIA, Tesla. Sorry, guys, Tesla. Did anyone took NVIDIA or not?
Nvidia's really, yeah. Nvidia's coming back here. Interesting.
Shit, I am the biggest NVIDIA trader ever in the world.
The SPY looks is low day. The Qs are kind of stalling here.
SPY. What's IW doing? Guys, you can't believe what kind of dream I had last night.
IWM's red.
Do you want to know what kind of dream I had? I had a dream that last night the President Trump invited me to a family dinner and sat me next to Melania. I love Melania. Melania, I think she's amazing. And I was sitting the whole night next to Melania, talking to Melania. And then that was a great. And it just gets the dream was getting better and better and better. And then eventually, a girl and one of President Trump's daughter came to me. I don't think she has any daughter that is single, but she was
I don't
single,
think so.
28, and said, "Andrew, I love you. I want to be in a relationship with you." And I was at the table. So, oh my God, the universe is giving me everything that I wanted. Sitting next to Melania, and then President Trump's daughter is interested in me. And then at the end of the dream, the cherry on top, President Trump offered me a position in the government. I don't know what was that. I don't remember that. But
I think it was going to be part of Doge, maybe. You could work with.
But that
There's
is an
your next.
American. Like I love
There's
that
your
dreaming
yeah.
for Silicon.
You can work with Elon Musk, and John would be incredibly jealous.
So if President Trump is hearing, listening, I'm interested in your daughter and your position, both.
Actually, actually, I was listening to a podcast, Prof G, and they had Scaramucci on, and
Oh yeah.
he said he described exactly what you experienced, but it was a different experience. He said he went to a dinner with a bunch of people, and Trump was there and Melania was there, and they all on the dinner table they had all the cards set up as to where people sat, and so his card was right beside Melania, and I think at one point Trump came over to him and said, what gave him, was really like um, ragging on him, saying, who told you to sit beside Melania? And
Oh
he was
yeah.
like, well, the card was there. It was just that's where I was supposed to sit. And he really like gave him shit. So I don't, yeah, maybe you had a
Yeah.
different experience, I guess.
You don't want to mess around with President Trump wife,
No,
of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, how long did he last in President Trump's?
Eight
It was
days.
like 8
8 days.
days.
8 days. You know, I was reading an article is that in Bloomberg that Scaramucci is the unit of how long you can work in with President Trump. Like, oh, you got two Scaramucci, one Scaramucci. Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's the unit of
yeah,
how long you can work with President Trump.
yeah, yeah.
Anyways,
He,
let's get back into character, guys. I just wanted to say that I was super excited about my dream, but you never know. You put it out in the universe. You know, maybe
I don't
President
think
Trump.
I don't think he likes Canadians. And now he's talking
Yeah.
about bombing Iran. So I don't think he'd be one of his top picks.
No, President Trump loves Canada. We want to be he wants to annex us. I vote for joining US. I would. If there's a referendum in Canada, I would vote to join US. I'm a very. All right, guys, let's get back into character, guys. Enough of my stupid dreams. Yeah, I swear to God, there was some sort of animal in Amazonia bite me. That's to have that kind of
Yeah, yeah,
dreams.
yeah. It was the result of a spider bite.
Yeah, probably some sort of. It was just. Oh man. All right, so let's see. AVGO, I still have AVGO
Wow.
300 shares.
Okay, so the SPY is now breaking another low of day here. Qs are starting to roll over a bit. I think volume's kind of dying down on a lot of stuff as we get into this Friday session. People getting ready to go out, do some last minute shopping.
Tesla is at the resistance level. I think Tesla might go for the break of 52-week high at 40. Actually, all-time high is it all-time high? I think not 430.
Don't know.
I think it's an all-time high. Yeah, I think
Well,
it's
there's
all-time high.
yesterday's high was just below 430.
Yeah, I think we are an all-time high in Tesla. So go for another all-time high at 430. I'm glad that we didn't sold.
Remember when he said that 420 secure?
Yeah, I
That
remember that. Yeah.
people were shorting his stock. He was pissed.
He's now trolling SEC on X. This guy literally took everything to troll. That's so funny. I love that. Elon Musk, the best engineer in the world.
Hmm. So I don't
I
know.
think
Some
Bill
people.
Gates used to have. I think used to have. The story of Bill Gates shorting Tesla was back in 2018, 19. I think Tesla at one point back in 2018 was like the most shorted stock in the universe. But not anymore. I think Bill Gates was short back in 2017 or 18. I don't think any big guy is short Tesla now.
I don't think. Does he really invent things, or is he just like comes up with the ideas? people.
No, definitely. I mean, definitely you know, allocating a lot of tasks to other people, but his visions are super interesting. Um, and, yeah, I don't think he necessarily designed the lithium batteries or jet engines
No,
and stuff, but
that's where Mike's son comes in.
yeah.
Mike's son works for SpaceX.
All right, so let's see what Tesla is doing. Tesla is at 425. AVGO, I have 300
That's
shares of AVGO.
that's funny. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he kind of looks like an alien.
Definitely Elon Musk is perhaps, and I think the richest person in the world should be someone like Elon Musk, who's really,
What a
fighting.
sociopath.
No, I mean someone who's really like, he solved the problem of electric vehicles, and now, the internet everywhere. Like, this is one of the best engineers in the world. It really bothered me. Like, the richest people in the world are usually these Wall Street people. Like, what do you contribute to the society? But the best thing, I mean, I personally don't like Elon Musk. I don't think he cares that much about my opinion, but he should be the richest person in the world, because look at that. He's solving some of the big problems in the world, like going into the Mars, or, I don't know, the electric battery. He really solved the problem of electric cars.
Costco had a interesting day. It was gapping down in the morning, and then it started to get some buying interest. Came right back up. Now it's up 1.5% on the day, right into R4.
Although Elon Musk is not richest person in the world, I think richest person in the world is Putin, and Iranian leaders. Like, I think Iranian leaders are also probably they worth more than $400 billion. They're just not in the market.
Well, you can't. It's hard to quantify their wealth because
Oh,
Putin's.
I think Putin is worth probably trillions of dollars. Like,
Yeah, he just.
it's,
Yeah, it's
yeah. I know it's hard,
he's
tough to.
he's he stole it from Ayman.
Amen. No, Amen has to work in a spa. All right. So in terms of Tesla, yeah, Tesla was a great trade. I didn't take that.
Oh, Tesla's popped up again. Wow, still got some buyers there that are still keen to be long. I'm just looking at Costco. I'm looking at Costco 115s, 10,015s. Could sell those for $2. If we didn't think that Costco was going to get there by the end of the day.
So I'm still on AVGO. I have 300 shares left on AVGO. I don't think it has much more room to go higher anytime soon. Tesla is going to keep going higher. Oh, Brian.
I know I got out of the rest of my calls there, so I'm
Brian.
a little bit bitter.
I'm glad we didn't sold calls on Tesla.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
430 calls. We're gonna get.
AMD continues to get sold again.
13. Brian, 450 calls, 15 cents now.
15 cents.
435.
7,000 in.
Do you want to sell calls 450? It's too early. Oh my God. It's gonna go to R4, 427. I think Tesla might actually break the all-time high today. It looks like it wants to go to all-time high. I'm sorry I didn't take it myself. I hope some people in the chat room took it. Great, Navi. That's great. Like, this is a great trade on Tesla. Like the 5 minute engulfing is my favorite pattern. I didn't take it, I just chickened out because also yesterday I had a bad
Yeah.
loss. The psychology plays. I had a really bad loss yesterday, and then I was up like 20,000 today. So let me book this profit. So this is amazing. Like this move on Tesla is just amazing. I hope that take it. Um, I have serious FOMO going on, but these are the days that you have to control yourself because jumping in, chasing it. Son is what is that? Sound hey? What is that? Sound hey? I never heard of that one. Going up 10%. Yeah, this one is
SOUN.
never heard of that one.
Soundhound, yeah.
Yeah.
Been around for, yeah, I've heard people trading it.
Wow, Tesla guys, Tesla is exploding.
Oh shit. now I wish I had some, but c'est la vie. Made some good money on Tesla today. Oh, do we lose Andrew? I think we did. 10:50. I think when he was stretching, he hit the wrong button. Oh shit. I'm setting up to sell some 1015 calls on Costco, expiring end of today. Could look at these are going to be naked, but I might look at look at buying some higher calls here, just so they're covered, or at least do a call spread, bear call spread.
Back, I just did a quick break. So Tesla is gonna go higher. What did NVIDIA? Yeah, NVIDIA kind of bounced back.
Crazy. Wow, AMD's right back at low of day. NVIDIA struggling here. It's at S3 again. I am short. Lulu. 415 calls that'll expire today as well. Those are naked calls, but fairly safe. I don't think it's going to go up $25 today.
Someone is amazing. What do you want to do, Brian?
Oh, I just shorted some Costco 1015 calls.
Oh, guys.
Got a buck 60 for them.
Guys, Tesla's gonna go break all-time high.
Tesla's going to hit 430 probably.
Oh yeah, all-time high Tesla. Oh my God. This is probably the greatest comeback in history for Elon Musk. This one was unbelievable that this company was going to bankrupt.
I don't think they're ever going bankrupt.
No, not bankrupt, but they were saying that this one was overvalued. Oh my God.
Well, I think it probably still is. It's way overvalued. I don't. The PE now on this would be was already really high.
It's hard 100 now, right now, I think, huh?
Is it?
Tesla PE
Yeah.
right now is over 120. Yeah, so this is like 5
Yeah.
times of S&P 500.
Yeah. I mean, it's you can't can't look at this from a fundamental perspective. Wouldn't. DJT is showing up on the scanner.
JT. President Trump, my father-in-law. Let's see what's that.
Just stay away from Melania.
I know. You don't want to fuck around with that particular person. DJT.
This is the meme stock.
DJT doesn't have any volume. Sound is very interesting that it's going up, but Tesla break of all-time high. I want to take a look at it and see how it's gonna work. Just watch history together, guys.
Yeah, exactly. And Doug Ford's going to turn off the power to the U.S.
TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor. What is that one up to? Oh, that one is also repeat TSM.
So the break a high a day. TSM. Schwab is up there. Marvell is moving. It seems like a lot of the chip stocks are kicking it today.
Yeah, TSM is running up very nicely. Good volume too. Good order flow.
Yeah. MU's up over 3%.
Wow, good stuff. Good stuff. Very good stuff is happening.
Well, the Qs just took a big bit of a drop there.
Can't believe that.
Oh, wow, AMD, man, oh man, AMD is just getting destroyed again today. I missed that drop at the open. I got that one yesterday, but what a drop on AMD right at the open there, man. They just hit the sell button on that thing.
How's everything? How's everybody doing, guys? Tesla high. There you go. 430. Oh, there you go. Broke all-time high. AVGO 221.
Yeah.
Oh my God. SPY is not running up. Accuser.
There goes sound again is going higher. It's this is this high. It's 16, just over 16.
It's unbelievable, guys.
1607.
So, Brian, should we short Tesla on the top or no? It's a crazy idea.
It's right at yesterday's high now, so it's gonna pull back here.
I'm gonna make it short on it, 429. See if I can get filled on it. Did I get filled?
I think it's too late to short it. I mean, if you haven't already, but
Actually, it's not.
there's
It's a very bad idea
still
shorting it. So
there is a large pool of liquidity sitting right at 430, obviously.
yeah, it's gonna break the 420, 430.
So it's probably going to go through that level, and then it might be worth shorting.
Yeah, but there's no really sign of weakness on that. So don't short Tesla,
No,
guys.
but there isn't a lot of liquidity above there. So AVGO is starting
Ooh,
to, your buddy AVGO is moving.
AVGO is also going up. I got out of AVGO completely, but yeah, it broke the all-time high. Broke the high of the day again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tesla. Yeah, still there's no sign of weakness on Tesla. Essentially, we have to look for a double bottom or something, a double top or something. This looks like it wants to keep going higher. Oh, life is very difficult, very difficult. Life is very, very difficult. Yeah, Tesla
So
wants
are
to go
you,
back up 430
so are you leaving San Jose tomorrow,
today.
today, going north?
Going to mountain, yes.
Yes. Are you staying in the La Paz?
Monteverde. We
Oh,
had actually
Monteverde.
really nice small retail big traders yesterday, which was very
Okay,
interesting.
cool. Nice.
Yeah, there's 3 traders from San Jose came. It's very nice. All right, you go 430 on Tesla.
That's amazing. No matter where you go in the world, we find
Yeah,
traders.
it's an amazing thing about our community is that we
Yeah.
have friends pretty much everywhere in the world. All right, 430, break up 430 on Tesla. Beautiful.
Okay. So I did a bit of a short there when we broke 430. So let's just see if we get a pullback now.
See the option chain on Tesla. 450 calls for today. Still 30 cents. I'm surprised the low 440 is $1.20. What's MSTR doing?
Here you go. Here we go.
Are you sure Tesla?
Yeah, just shorted it. Just covered some. Just shorted it with puts.
Yeah, guys, be careful shorting Tesla though. Very
Oh
important
yeah.
to
Yeah,
know
this
it's
is a highly dangerous trade. So I'm just covering some more here at 320. That would be the 427.50 puts.
the lives get destroyed shorting these strongest stocks.
Yep. Yeah, you can this is not a beginner trade for sure. All right, it's working out though. Here we go.
Looking
Here we
outdoor now,
go.
yeah. So also partially a little bit. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna go that much lower.
Yeah, I know, eh? So yeah, that it kind of felt like that was sort of like I'm not saying it won't go back there, but it won't go back to 430, but I kind of felt like, yeah, there was a big volume push. We got through this high area, that has a lot of liquidity, and there's really not much above it. but then there's not much, there aren't many orders below it either. So that's why it's, you know, it was just, we're going to get her to 430, and then there just was a lack of buyers that we're going to push it higher. All right, here we go. That's it.
Tesla's
Oh,
not.
yeah, here we go. 350, that's it. Peter, well, when Peter's proud of you, man, that's I should take a shot of my red breast.
Well, I had a great time, guys. It seems that Brian also had a great time, so
Yeah,
things are going pretty well.
things are going well. Peter, it's your type of trade, but I take it you didn't take the trade. Our buddy Peter's in Vegas. He's going to be trying his hand at winning some money at poker this weekend.
Wow. Paris, great trade on NVIDIA. Very, very nice trade on NVIDIA. Paris killed it on NVIDIA. I'm glad I got out of NVIDIA long. It was a bad trade. Wow. NVIDIA went red. Wow. All right, so Tesla broke the all-time high briefly. Brian and I
I
took
did
a
too
small
much
short
last
on them.
night with the
Uh,
with the poker vloggers. Okay, cool beans.
all right, so very good stuff going on in our bank accounts. Dreams are good, bank accounts are good. What else do you want from the universe?
Look at that. My Costco short on those calls worked out. Costco. Oh man, yeah. And Soundhound keeps going up.
All right, guys. So I
Okay.
had a pretty good day, guys. I hope. How was your trading day, guys? In chat room, did you take long Tesla at 943? Guys, remember, guys, Peak Capital Bootcamp. So the people who were profitable, we emailed you for the profit. Few of you responded. Many of you haven't responded yet. So provide me your bank account so I can actually send you the profit. And if anyone is interested in the bootcamp, we start January. So the bootcamp comes with the 3 months of mentorship, $50,000 funded training account, working with all of our senior traders to build trade books. That's essentially the goal of bootcamp, really, in a very cost-effective way. You know, you build your trade books. Um, Tesla is going to go back up. See, so you can be careful not to
Yeah.
stay short in
Yeah.
Tesla.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm out of it right now, but I'm. Oh, if it double tops here, it might be interesting. And a firm is looking like it might even. Oh, look at AMD. AMD is getting low of day. Man, nobody loves AMD. A lot of stocks are red on the day.
Yeah,
Apple,
NVIDIA, Apple, yeah.
Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Google, they're all red. Mags.
So which sector is running up in SPY? Qs are super strong. Um,
The Qs have been selling off here too. They are up still on the day, but they're strong.
yeah,
We
most of the
can watch.
sectors are red today, actually.
Yeah, we take a look at trading terminal, go to the heat map. There's a lot of sort of red on it. There isn't really anything that's sort of standing out that's green except maybe industrials. Financials have a bit of green in them. Healthcare, communications, all down. Utilities actually look a little interesting. Oh man, SoundHound is going to go to 16.
All right, guys. So I think I'm gonna take a quick break. Friend Paris, do you want to come talk about your amazing trades? Um,
Yeah, I reshorted Tesla.
Paris, how are you?
Hey, Andrew. Hey, Brian.
Great
Hey,
trade
good
on
morning.
Nvidia.
Yeah, it turned out really good.
Congratulations. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so Paris, you can come and talk about your trades. So on
Sure.
YouTube, guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna leave, but I don't know if Brent can actually put Paris' screen on YouTube. Paris also had a really nice webinar yesterday on Trading Terminal about trading based on order flow. Paris, is the recording available for people who missed it?
Uh, I am not sure. I didn't record it, but for the yesterday's usually trading terminal webinars, I am not really sure if we recorded. But there are similar recordings in the BBT section that I took,
Right.
and then people get exposed to it. So let me. I haven't.
Might get stopped. I think I'm going to get stopped out on this Tesla short here. It's still buyers there. There's an order at 435 now. It's breaking out again.
Tesla is a beast.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to do my hair, guys. So, okay, let me share my screen. I had a pretty good day. So you guys should be able to see my screen. I did not touch Tesla. So that was, and one of the miss that I had was on AVGO. And so AVGO, I traded. So first, let's go to the Nvidia. Nvidia was so if you look at the daily chart right here, first of all, let me bring up the Epic Pen. And I think when I explain this to you, it would make so much sense to you. So one thing for sure that you see on NVIDIA is there are important, first of all, what we do is, I think Carlos does that, showcase on how you plot the important support and resistance areas, important from a daily time frame, 150, 143, 144, 140, and 132.50. So these were very big daily levels that were interested. Also understand that the trend in the recent past is or more on the downside. In the recent past, it is trying to make a higher high, but hasn't proven, hasn't proved that it's actually bullish. It's more bearish because it got rejected. 145 made a newer low, and 140 is a very important level that is trying to hold for quite a few days. So, and let's dive deeper into a 30-minute time frame. Let me remove this. What do you call these triangles? Okay. So now let's zoom in a little bit. And when you see something like this, so 140, we got it from daily level and also from a daily 30-minute time frame. 140 is the area that is very much interesting. It has not lifted 140 at all. Now, if I zoom in again, I also see 139. And where do I see, how do I see 139? If you look at this, 139 is an important area which got rejected yesterday. It sold off in the open, and then now it's back at this 139, showcased a little bit. Oh, wow. Let me cover some, guys. 1 second. So I'm covering some on NVIDIA. Wow, 136. So now let's zoom. And 139 was that level that I was interested in. So 139 becomes a very important level because I saw it rejected for in the yesterday's day. Today also it tried to pop back above 139, and there were two cases. One is 140 had a resistance from a daily time frame, and now 139 is also a resistance. So I am not interested in long until it breaks out of 140 and holds the 140, because the risk reward is not there. But if it rejects the 140 area, comes back below 139, then there's a lot of room for it to drop to 136, 135, and even lower, because the trend is on the lower side, because it could have this, the bigger meat of the move is more going to be on the short side than on the long side. The long side bigger meat would come in when it holds above 140, but there was nothing until that happens. I'm not going to be long biased on it, I'm going to be short biased on it, because it keeps rejecting that 140, 139 area. And that's exactly what I did. Once I saw that, now I had a plan. Now let's look at the um, trades right here. Now once it started doing this, now in the shorter time frame, the stock was actually making lower highs. The moving averages were converging on the, so the trend on a shorter time, so bigger time frame trend, short biased. 30-minute time frame trend, short biased. 1 minute time frame trend, again short biased. So this is what multiple time frame analysis and multiple checks in your favor gives you a lot of confirmation. And even in this case, it literally dropped, and the second it started showcasing weakness at 139.50 area. This was the area I was trying to showcase a lot of weakness, and that's when I started capitalizing on it. I went tier 1 size, I saw more weakness, I tier 2 size, tier 3 size, and then all you have to do is ride the move on this thing. I missed to add more here because I was AVGO at that point of time, and I could not add more position, but I would have added easily. So I did more here. It tried to drop, but it did not make a new high. So I started seeing buyers stepping up, and then I got out completely. This was completely, I was like, okay, now if it comes back up at 139, I might take it again. And that's exactly what happened. It came to 139, showcase sellers, very good area, which is this is an opening range breakdown, and this is the retest of the opening range breakdown. And once I saw some sellers taking over, this is exactly what I do. Man, this is amazing. So taking more off, I think I'm gonna.
Nice. I'm short Tesla again.
Oh, nice.
It's going to
And
do a 920 here, so I'm going to cover a lot of it.
And this is the move you wanna, ideally looking back, I think a better trade would have been just one trade. So basically what I did is I shorted and then got out, and then got back in. This is the second trade. But I think a better position management would have been add here, go heavy here, and then ride the entire move on the downside. And that's an improvement area for me, that how can I convert this two trades into one trade? Because I was never proven wrong on any trade. And I could have just tried, but it's the same thing overall, but it's the way that you want to think. You're always looking for improving on your trades on a day-to-day basis. So that was NVIDIA. I traded an AVGO, and this is the time when I was trading. Then this is the perfect ABCD pattern. I went long here at this point. It did pop a couple of dollars here, but it never broke the high. And then when it rejected to 217.50 very hard, I was like, okay, I'm going to stop order break even. There's no reason for me to, because just because it was up 20%, I don't know how much more it can go. And it just, you will find a lot of, sellers and profit taking around these areas, because just the nature of the stock, it's gapped up 20%, so it doesn't give me confidence. If it would have been like holding maybe 10% or 12%, I would be very heavy on it, like even going long at 214 and these areas. But the confidence was very low on AVGO, and I am currently short PLTR. And I am short PLTR. Wow, so PLTR is dropping. And I shorted PLTR twice. So this was the first trade right here, 74.50, 74.60, and then covered some, but then stopped out at this point. And then I shorted more, covered. I should have added more. This would have been a very good area for me to add. And now it's actually breaking the previous day close. So yeah, so those were 3 tickers that I traded. I did not trade Tesla at all. I did not even touch it. But great shot, Brian. Great shot on
Yeah, that
Tesla.
was really nice the way it broke down there.
So great shot on that.
Yeah, the Qs and the SPY. SPY's gone red on the day. The only thing left green is the Qs, and
Man,
they're
Nvidia. Okay,
selling off.
I'm getting all out on Nvidia, guys. This is
Wow,
getting
look at
too
Nvidia.
extended.
Nvidia lost yesterday's low.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting all out on Nvidia. I don't have shares left, to be honest. So I'm getting all out on Nvidia. 135.50. Wow, man. Did not anticipate this move.
No, didn't
Did
see this
not.
sell-off.
This was too crazy of a move on Nvidia. But PLTR is now dropping. So the only position I have is PLTR right now.
PLTR still hanging in the green there, just barely. Oh, there it just went red.
Hey, RFG, do you mind sending me an email? It's paris@abletraders.com, and I'll share the setup. Man, PLTR. Wow, what a day it turned out to be.
Yeah, it's gonna go. It's gonna lose this 73 level probably.
Yeah. So now things are selling off. Very good extended. SPY sold
Yeah.
off. Q sold off. 73 is the 73 is gonna break on the downside. Let's see if it flushes.
See a little flush there.
Sehmed, you heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually woke up really late and I couldn't even have breakfast today. And my mom is like prepared the breakfast and she kept it outside the door.
No, I'm just looking for a flush on PLTR.
Okay, we have flush and PI. Yeah, so I think it's a good.
Didn't quite break 73. Got
You
to
know,
73.01.
yeah. And guys, so this is one of the examples where algorithms would just try to trap you. And I got trapped. If you look at it, I saw a seller at 74.60. I used it. It dropped to 74. This was the range that they were trading in. It would lift the seller just for a cup, 15, 20 cents, and then sell off again. And this is a very common trap institutions and these people do. Sometimes it won't happen, but sometimes it will. And you have to still manage your position. You have to get out and get back in later. Oh my.
Tesla's bouncing a bit here. Qs and SPY bouncing a bit after that big sell-off.
Yeah, I think 73 is gonna flush to on PLTR. Let's see, flush, weak. Yeah, I think it's gonna break the 73. Come on, the volume is coming, the bids are dropping. It's gonna flush to 73.07 is 6 to 73.05. Now let's see, it breaks the 73. 7304. They're hitting the bids. They stepped up, but I think it's going to sell off again. Let's see. Very weak buyers. Very weak buyers. So I think it's going to flush 73, guys. 73 is going to break. Let's see. It's just a matter of few seconds. Boom.
Just a matter of time.
Boom.
Here we go. Oh,
Boom.
yes. Nice. Nice.
I
I had
love
an
you.
order. I had an order in. I had an order in there at 72.95. Got filled.
So yeah. What an amazing Friday and the weekend.
Yeah, that was a good Friday. Good Friday.
All three tickers, every ticker that I traded was very profitable. So caught the meat of the move on them. Sure, RFG, I'll respond to that.
All right. Well, I'm happy that Costco short on those calls too.
Oh man, I mistakenly was doing something. I covered something on PLTR. Tesla was, I couldn't believe Tesla rallied from 418 to 430. But yesterday, Tesla actually, the 450 calls were selling for $1.50. And I thought that like expiring today. So I was thinking it was a very good, trade.
Yeah.
Because 450 is like, I don't think it's going to go to 450.
Yeah, that's Tesla can surprise you.
Yeah.
No.
Imagine getting filled at
Oh my God. Well, yeah, what happened to me, and then and Andrew talked me into doing that. Said, "Oh, let's short I can't even remember where it was sitting, but let's short the calls."
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, it'll never get there. Famous last words.
Oh God. Yeah, it just surprises here. Tesla is coming back up again. Nvidia, I'm all out on Nvidia. Wow, what a point of getting out. I literally got out at the bottom. 135.50. Yeah, so AVGO was a miss for me. AVGO, I wanted to get back in again. I think Andrew got back in again at 216.50. I think this is the area I was wanting to get back again, but I wasn't confident. It was just the way, because how much it was gapped up. I did not. I wasn't sure, and that's why I leave this alone. So, Angel, a good thing. So, one thing that I want you to get this right. So, first of all, EVGO is gapped up, broke out of a range which was first all-time high, broke out of a range that was holding for more than an year, right? And gapped up by a lot, which was 20% gap up. And if you look at the, now the only areas of support or resistances that you can find is actually from the pre-market. There is nothing there because it's an all-time high. You cannot get anything. And then if you look at it from the pre-market, one of the things that, okay, let me zoom out a little bit and actually go through 1 minute. So if you look at this, the only important support or resistance areas you can find is through the pre-market. And what I see is this is the first leg. It popped up after the earnings yesterday, popped up, pulled back, and then actually broke. So this becomes the important 192.50 becomes the important support area. Then it had a very good rally at this, held at 210 at this area, and then this is the second leg, and this is the third leg right here, and third leg, and this would be the fourth leg. And the third and the fourth leg are a very gray area to participate in, and that's why the confidence wasn't there. 20%, it wasn't a smaller low float company, it was a big float. AVGO is a Broadcom, it's a big float company, and a company like that gapping up 20% is going to attract a lot of selling pressure, even though there are buyers, but it's going to attract a lot of selling pressure. So I wasn't confident that it can go to 25% or maybe 225. No, because how much is moved already in the pre-market. But one thing that I was looking at the price action standpoint, one thing that I knew was if it breaks out of this area, this would be the fourth leg. Why is it not zooming? So if this is I know in my head that this is once it breaks out of this is going to be my fourth leg, and I want to see how it holds the fourth leg, and in the fourth leg right here, and that's where I wanted to get close to 214.50 to 14 area. And once that starts bouncing from there, then I went long. I was looking maybe now it goes to 220 at this point. Man, Nvidia.
I
But
know,
this was the
NVIDIA
whole thesis.
really.
This was the whole thesis behind man, what a
Ooh, I just took it long right off that VWAP, and I already sold it. Long calls, sold calls. I knew that was going to bounce right there.
yeah. And good point, Angel. So isn't the move done on the fourth leg? Yeah, and that's why it did not move much. It went to 221. Now it's selling off, and you attract a lot of sellers. I wouldn't think that it's going to go to 225 or 230. That's the probability is very low, and you're trading with probabilities. If it was a second leg or the second leg or the third leg, I would be very heavy on it. But this was the fourth leg, so you have to trade with caution.
Man,
So my favorite,
AMD.
yeah.
Look at AMD. AMD is getting destroyed.
Really? I think it's the semiconductor which is getting destroyed. Wow.
Oh,
AMD.
man, AMD is making an. This
Man,
is really breaking down here. This is making on a daily chart. It's making some. Let's try. Where's support here? Support is 122-ish.
what's the USB cable for some? But Will, you were bang on. Hats off. You called it 135. I wasn't sure 135. I laughed at that point of time that it's gonna go to 135. But what do I know? Stock market, it's going to 135.
135. Yeah, there's S6 there on NVIDIA.
Sam, it works on a battery. I have a really good DSLR, but it works on a battery. The battery just goes off. So I do not have any other battery, so I cannot share my cam.
Yeah, you're just you're an icon. That's all you are.
Man,
An emoji. Qs are still green, believe it or not. The Qs are still up 0.4%.
wow, yeah.
Yeah, SPY is red. IWM's down 0.8. Dow is just marginally red as well.
Okay, PLTR is. I'm taking some more profits on PLTR. It's.
I love that. I knew Tesla was going to bounce right off that VWAP. That was I got such a nice trade on that. Grabbed some calls, some 425 calls, and then sold them.
Nice.
Got almost 60 cents for that move. Now Tesla's selling off more. It lost the VWAP now.
Yeah, Tesla was a good short. I think Andrew was trying to short as well around that area.
He went long at one point and then got out, which was obviously was not. But you just never know, right? You gotta make your decision.
And PLTR was a very good area to add more at 74. I blame chat room for that.
Yeah, exactly. And 430 puts would have been great.
Yeah.
What are the 430 puts now? What are they worth? 430s.
Yeah, I think Tesla is a good shot, to be honest. 430.
430s, the 430s are they're $7. They're over $7. Wow. You can still sell them for $7. Tesla is just such it's a little bit unpredictable when you long term, because you just don't know if this thing could, all of a sudden buyers could start coming in here, and next thing you know, they'd be back at 430. So, but it's
I think Tesla is gonna close.
450 is nice. What do you think?
I think Tesla is gonna close red on the day. I think
it might.
Yeah, I've seen this thing happening where they rally at the initial and then they sell all day after that. And I think today is the day for Tesla to close red. It's been rallying very strong. It rejected 430 twice. And yeah, I think tomorrow it can get down below 410. Let me see if I can get some options or something to use that.
Options would be tough because, like, if you took the 430 options right now, they're 755. If it did get to 418, that would be, you'd only get $2 at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it would have to get there. I mean, if it,